everyone, good evening. Welcome to Startup Central right here on ET Now with me, Avanne Dubash, the show focused on new age tech, entrepreneurship and all things related to the startup ecosystem. Here's what we've got lined up on the show today. Well, we'll be putting the spotlight on esports and talk about how it's becoming a big boom in the country with the prize money as well only going up. We'll also put the spotlight then on Nykaa and talk about their outlook for the year ahead as well as business updates. There's the IPO of Jyoti CNC Automation, so we'll get a view from the management. That's lined up on the show, but first up, here are your top stories. All right, let's begin the show then by talking about esports because that sure is booming and how the likes of Riot Games, JetSynthesys, Reliance Digital all are investing big to take the online gaming world offline. Now, these are championships that have primarily been held on YouTube or streaming platforms, but now it's being held in stadiums just like physical sports. In fact, as per market estimates, the 2023 organizers disbursed a cumulative prize pool of close to 30 to 35 crore rupees in offline tournaments, which has been the biggest in India's e-gaming history. So how much bigger is it expected to get? We've got Kartik Sabherwal, is the founder at Upthrust Esports, joining in on the show, as well as Sean Hyunil Sohn, CEO at Krafton India. Good to have you both, gentlemen. Thanks so much for joining in. Kartik, to begin with, let's just talk about the prize money disbursements. 30 to 35 crores this year. Clearly, it seems like these events are growing in reach, scale, and obviously organizers will remain very upbeat. What has the growth been like?
So basically, Indian esports has seen a tremendous growth since 2018. After BGMI came into play, and there are multiple organizers who are putting lots and lots of efforts, including the officials, to like grow grow Indian esports industry and to build new and new IPs together and scale them up. Last year, the prize pool surpassed, as you said, around 30 to 35 CR, and this year, many of the tournament organizers and official events are planning to scale it up to 60 to 70 CR. So there's a tremendous growth since last 4 to 5 years, and not just in terms of price pool, but in terms of viewership as well. Viewership in BGMI and esports is growing day by day, and it's uh, 100K CCV is achievable nowadays in esports, which no one thought of. And brands are also showing interest to invest in esports nowadays.
Sean, let's get in your take as well in terms of how Krafton is really looking to capitalize and how you're just looking at the entire sphere of esports really growing.
Yeah, I believe now Indian gamers and also larger sort of range of people in India taking esports as a serious, entertainment and serious industry. So I believe it has been now 6 years or 7 years since we have wider adoption of mobile internet. So that actually make people to enjoy esports without too much difficulty. There is a wider accessibility to the content. So I think now we are in the very tilting point that we are seeing more esports contents available to wider audience, and it's becoming more mature industry in general.
So, Kartik, there has been that shift because in the previous years, these championships were held online on YouTube, streaming platforms, etc. Now they've become larger than life. A lot of local area networks or LAN events have been held in stadiums. Is this a phenomenon that it's only going to grow?
So yeah, like these days, everyone is into organizing LAN events, offline events. Like we also did one LAN event recently in November. That was the first ever BGMI event, and it has shown a great response from the audience. Like we achieved over 160K live CCV on a social streaming platform, and over 12,000 people attended that event in the time span of 2 days. Similarly, one event BMPS happened, and over 60,000 people attended the event in Ahmedabad Eka Stadium. So, like esports is growing day by day, and these LAN events are making a move towards like just like this up there you see cricket, there are many people come and watch cricket in ground. So similarly now people have started showing interest in esports as well. They want to come and join and see their favorite stars playing in ground, and they come in large number, and they even buy tickets and as well. Like we listed out few tickets at some price as well, and many people purchase the ticket as well. So people are ready to pay over here to watch their favorite stars play in action. Like as you said, in competence to Western esports, like recently our one of our Indian team, Godlike Esports, won #2, were the #2 team in the global level in CODM World Championship. So yeah, esports in India is growing at a rapid pace, and like you will see a lot of growth by 2025, and there will be more and more LAN events on big scale where the stadium will be filled with the entire crowd. And
So, Karthik, can you give us a sense as to what tournament ecosystem focus points are going to be over the next few years?
so basically, key focus areas will be like we need to structure the events properly. Like as I have stated earlier as well, like online events, like the budget for the online event is around 15 to 25 lakhs. So it's easy to cover the online events price pool and executional cost through brands and streaming platforms sponsorship. But for an offline event, LAN event, like the budget goes around 2 CR to 3 CR for just 2 or 3 days event. So this requires a lot of money, and for this thing to cover, we need to bring more and more brands into esports scenario. So if we like last year we have worked with more than 20 brands, and we are looking forward to work with around 40-50 brands this year. So like our motive is to get more and more brands and make them invest in esports, so that esports can grow at a good pace, and it will help like people who are investing a lot in esports, like team owners and esports organizers, to make some revenue and profits out of it. Like LAN events needs to get covered. Like the sponsorship needs to get covered in the upcoming future to scale up more and more LAN events in India. And for this, we need to unite together and pitch more and more brands and make them invest in esports, just like they invest in cricket, IPL, and ISL sort of thing. So basically, over here as well, we can give them much like good deliverables and visibility, and we can fulfill their KPIs, and we do fulfill their KPIs, which and at cheap like commercials than sports or Bollywood or etc. So brands who are already participating since last 4 to 5 years, they know that esports is the best way of advertising, and they get connected to their targeted audience at very cheap commercials. So if we get onboard more and more brands in upcoming future, this will help sustain the ecosystem very well.
So, Sean, when it comes to like a tournament like BGMI, what about your company in specific? How do you monetize this? How many subscribers do you really get on board?
Yeah, as I said earlier, I think people now, more people understand esports better and the potential of the esports. So it is very natural to see more larger players coming to the industry. Um, I I believe that the esports will give more opportunities for sponsors and platforms and also publishers like us to to um, to build a bigger business in the industry. So I believe that we will see more activities in the market and especially by the bigger players like us.
Yeah, Kartik, that's something I want to understand from you as well in terms of how the tournament organizer really looks at monetizing it. Is it, ticketing, F&B? How exactly does it work?
So basically, for our business, as I said, like our model works like just like IPL. Like IPL is an IP owned by BCCI. So we similarly build IPs around esports with multiple gaming titles, and just like IPL, they sell their broadcasting right to some streaming platform. We also sell our broadcasting right of our IPs to different streaming platforms, and then we onboard title sponsor to it, powered by sponsors to it, and etc. So the like we can add multiple sponsors to one of our IP, and we build around 10 IPs per year. We produce around 10 IPs per year. So there's a chance that we can work with multiple brands over here, and then endemic and non-endemic, and like fulfill their KPIs, etc. Like last year, we have achieved over 120 million plus viewership on our social media streaming platform. That is a huge number. Until now, we have achieved over we have a gamer community of 1 million plus. So brands like to basically see the return on investment ROI, and we deliver such and fulfill their KPIs through multiple ways, and we have multiple marketing strategies as well. And there's influencer marketing as well, where influencers like Mortal Scout who comes into play, and do brand campaigns for multiple global brands, and like they are the brands get good response from the integrations as well. So like brands are really looking into investing in esports, and like that is how our business runs. Like if brands are there, streaming platform are there, so we can produce more and more good IPs on good scale.
Right. And Sean, are fans really willing to pay when it comes to premium content?
So let me restart. So for example, we held 3 months long esports events called BGMI India series, which is open for any players, any BGMI players. So they can go through qualification rounds online, and if they can get selected, the final few dozens of teams, they can be on the offline events. So we held that BGMI India Series events in 2023. We received more than 200,000 applicants for the event, and also we had more than close to 7,000 teams, 70,000 teams entering the events. So that's the size of esports event can go at the current India gaming market. Talking about the monetization, in esports, esports monetization generally happens through sponsorship by big brands and also media rights, which can happen on linear TV and digital platforms. So that's the two monetization. So we have heard from our investment company Loco that they have started We have heard from our investment company, Loco, that they have started this esports streaming behind the paywall. It's still early stage, but we have seen very promising trends that people are actually starting to pay for exclusive esports contents on the digital platforms. So that's a very positive sign that we are seeing right now.
And given that estimates are talking about how esports and gaming is only expected to scale up to $100 million by FY28, how are you looking at the overall growth for esports as an industry in the country?
Yeah, I mean, it really depends on the size and the venue. I mean, the size of the venue and also the location that where the event is happening. But I think if on the average, I think it would cost, I don't know, like less than somewhere around 100,000 to like 500,000 US dollar for 3-day or 1 week events if there is an audience. So there are certain LAN events which is happening without too many audience because of venue limitations and etc. But I'm just mentioning about this budget for like sizable audience.
And Kartik, walk us through some of the big trends that you see when it comes to esports professionally, e-gaming industry. What are some of the challenges as well?
So basically, there are few challenges which are like people are working on, the community guys are working on. First of all, we need to spread awareness to the audience about esports, and it's also a career option. Secondary, we have a challenge to face with the government. We need to showcase or set example to government that they should also start investing in esports from their end, and like prepare some good like just like cricket, they need to start some state level competitions and national level competitions from their end in esports, which few of the government have already started. We did Bihar also introduced esports, and they are building an academy. Like myself personally met Mr. Tejasvi Yadav, Deputy CM of Bihar, and we inaugurated esports in Bihar Conclave 2.0, and we played a vital role in Madhya Pradesh Academy lineup tournament as well, where 40,000 people register. So if more such like states come into play, and like esports is also included in Olympics. So like if more and more states get involved in this, and they like try to build esports from grassroots level, from state level, then this might help a lot. Last year we got featured on Shark Tank India as well. So our motive was to completely spread awareness about esports, and we were somehow like we somehow was successful in created in the awareness, spread awareness about the same. Like we keep on building collegiate level IPs for esports in different colleges and different regions, so that we can spread more awareness about esports, and the youth, the younger audience gets to know that the gaming and games are just not for the time pass. You can also build a career into it. So like if we set right example to the youth, and spread right awareness and show them a path, so this will help boost the esports industry well, and shape in it well. And if government also comes into play, then 100 million is very much achievable, and we can cross that as well in upcoming time.
All right, thanks very much, both Kartik as well as Sean, for joining in and giving us a deeper insight into esports. Let's move